Hello, all of you Vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Cities Skylines II, where we are building the city of Edgewood. We're up to 13,000 people, so not too shabby. I have had a few industry buildings going abandoned, and I delete them, and then somebody else go abandoned. A few places still complaining about not too high of rent, and a couple of commercial popping up now that has complaints of not enough customers. I did add in a crematorium simply because there were several buildings that were waiting for hearses. And I took that opportunity just to make this little city services corner here with another firehouse, police station, and then just a few offices right in through there. Demand is once again just through the roof. So we are going to address some of that. And we're going to do that by finding a way to bring this road back. And I think for that, I may do the continuous curve here. I want to get away from the shore here. So I think we're just going to make like overlapping items. What's overlapping exactly? Is the road overlapping itself, or it's this one of these cairns? I don't know what a cairn is. I mean, I know what a Karen is, but I don't know what a cairn is. Can I like just put that up here somewhere? Like hide it up here by this road? Oh no. So right here, maybe. Oh, yeah, there we go. It lives there now. So back to the road. I want to bring this up and around here, kind of in a 90, really. So let's just bring this out 180, put that there, and then look for my 90 degrees. There we go. There's my 90. Bit of a sharp curve, but I'm okay with that. And then we're going to go straight, because again, I'm trying to get away from the coast. I want to leave the shore over here a little less disturbed. We can bring houses and things in along that way, but I would like to not have it as disturbed. I am going to delete a bit of this curve here because I'd like to get a straight bit in right around here-ish. So let's just kind of eyeball this. Not a huge section. I don't need it to be massive. There we go. And then let's use, there we go, got a guideline. Use our curved road tool to connect there, and then the same thing here. Come off at a 180 and bring that right in. Yeah, that's beautiful. I dig it. Our straight section, ooh. Yeah, see, where I had it previously, we kind of paid more attention to our surrounding topography than I just did here. So, we'll redo it. It's fine. So, instead of what we just did, let's get ourselves a slope. I'm pretty sure it's higher back there. And we're just going to kind of slope this around. There we go. That should work a little bit better now. So again, I want a straight stretch right about there. It doesn't have to be anything perfect or big. I just want something for this to come down and tee into at a perfect 90. And then we will get these fellas connected again here on this end. Leaving guidelines and all the snapping on because I want to make sure we're getting some good connections here. There we go. That should, yeah, that's a lot better. Awesome. So then I want to come off at a 90 on our straight stretch, probably right here where there's already naturally a dip. Just bring that like that, then bring this up a little bit closer to our forestry. When do we, okay, overlapping starts there. For some reason I'm not getting road building noises. Odd. But okay. And then hopefully I can get this to make a nice bend. Yeah, there we go. And that gets those two areas connected. So that once we have connections out that way, and we will have a highway connection down there eventually, and probably another one there-ish, but that's a long way from now. But we maintained our hill where our quarry is and all that good stuff. I do want to look at some of the other specialized industries. We don't have any farms, and of course we build on top of some good farmland here, and I'm worried that it's like forever spoiled. So that's it for fertile lands. That way, there's a better way to look at this, isn't there? Yeah, natural resources. There we go. So we have a bit of oil back here. We could tap into that, though I think I'd rather have it more back here by this one. We have, is that ore? Yeah, we have ore there, and then we have some nice big areas back here. We could even get a farm in back this way. Because again, I want to eventually relocate industry to this side of the map and keep all of this up here a bit more pristine. So we probably won't touch any of this up this way. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about expanding industry right now then. So for this area, I want to now come in with a road that's going to come off of this at a 90, but I'm just trying to eyeball roughly where. Yeah, I want it to get pretty close to the industry itself. It's kind of like the dividing road, like the edge of the property. And I'm actually taking inspiration from, there was like not even a mile from where I lived in Springfield, Missouri, a pretty big rock quarry. But you would have never really known it, even though there was a pretty busy corridor that went right past it. There were just a few trees, and then right past those trees, a service road, like a dirt service road for the quarry, and then a big open pit. You can see it easily from satellite photos, but just driving by, you would have never known it was there, like ever. So it's kind of my inspiration here. I want to plant some more trees along here. I do want this to be very, very densely forested on this side. And we're just going to leave all of this land. Most likely, we may venture into this area a little bit, but unlikely. So we will do one species of tree, and then we'll come in with some oaks. I probably shouldn't have gone 100% or 50% on that other brush. In fact, I'm going to turn this one up just so I know that I'm hopefully getting a few more oaks in here. I can't really see that it's putting any down. I'm kind of trusting that it is. There we go. And then we will get some bushes into here as well. For this, I'm going to increase my brush strength and just get that whole area. I guess we can kind of see them as they pop in. They're kind of blue. And we're going to bring that back down, and maybe not that small. There we go. And just add a bunch here. I want this, again, just a lot of vegetation into here to kind of separate this area out quite a bit. Oh, I heard a jet fly by. Cool. And then this is going to be another low density neighborhood. This is all going to be low density over towards this end, and probably out there will be a lot of low density as well. Again, we're going for our high density as we go out that way, and even over to that island if we can get there. Oh, we can't get to that island. That's sad. So this is going to be the edge of it. Oh man, I was really hoping I could get to that island. That's kind of sad, isn't it? That's such a good piece of land. Wonder if mods are ever going to make that possible to venture further on. So let's take a look and see what we want to do for a road layout here. I think we might experiment with our grid. So if I get this, I mean, so we've already got a couple areas where it's not lining up all that well. So if I come like right here, will it not let me go in the middle because that's 2-lane? That's what it's looking like. So we will just start it like here. And am I not drawing a grid? Place point A, and then point B, and then bring it down. But it's not happy about it for some reason. A little larger than that. I wanted to go all the way to the street section, and then I just wanted to come over to the street area over here. So we'll see what we get out of this. So right about there. Nah, I don't like it. Yeah, I'd rather do something on my own here. So I want the road or the streets coming off of this local road, not off of the collector. We may have one more connection coming through here. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. Let's have it roughly in the middle, so about there, and extend. Oh, I just realized I was still in the grid tool. Extend down to here, and this should be coming in the 90s. I'm hoping. Nope, it did not give us a good grid. Why is this so broken? I know I complain about it in every video, but that's because in every video I build roads, and every time I build a road, they are very, very wonky. See, that grid was fine back there, and then, all right, so let's turn off that. All right, we're getting there. We almost got there. Let's turn off our guidelines this time, and maybe that will help us get in better. Nope. All right, I'm just going to keep messing with it till I get it. That'll work. It's not perfect, but we had to do the little stub again. Oh, that reminds me. There was something I was going to do at the end of the last video and then totally forgot about. I want to see, and I don't know if this will be possible or not, but I want to see about creating something that kind of resembles fishing piers that come off at this same angle. Don't want them to be very long, just, you know, like, there we go, 17 meters, that's plenty. Does that give me the look I want, though? And the answer is no, because one, it's going way down. But two, unfortunately, we've got a barricade there. So let's actually bring it up higher and see if we can't make this work. So let's kind of get in here. Okay, so it's starting low. There we go. That looks to be... Why is 5 meters my only... So we either go down... I just don't want it to be that long. Like, we either go up or we go down from there. There is no happy point there. That's a little frustrating. I was kind of hoping to get some little piers. What if we start it from here? It's going to probably say... I kind of thought it would say overlapping items, but it's not. Okay, so what if we bring it straight off? Can we make it look decent if we just go straight off of here? And the answer is, once again, no, because it doesn't open up there. Is there a way to do this? I'm just going to mess with this for a little while and see if I can't make this happen. We could maybe... Oh, I know what we could do. I keep forgetting these exist. The pedestrian streets. Man, why didn't I think of that? I mean, they're really wide, but... Is that going to make a roundabout if I put that there? That's interesting. Let's see if we can't make this work. I know it's in the water. Okay, let's change our step here. And then bring this off and bring it up to where it stops complaining. And see if we can't get it close to 0. That's 40 meters, but... And it does come down a bit, and it's a lot bigger than I wanted it to be. However, it accomplishes what I wanted to accomplish, and that's to have what looks like a pier going out. Why there's a stoplight for this direction, since it's a pedestrian street? I guess emergency vehicles can go that way, but then do emergency vehicles stop at stoplights? I don't know. So, what were we doing? Oh yeah, a grid down here. But that also reminds me of one other thing that I wanted to do. Is this what? Yeah, this is what I need to unlock to get our decorations. I'm not worried about the actual road services building, but what I would like to do is change some of these roads. So just tap I so I can see what's going on. And I think along here, I'd like to add grass. And there's not a way to add it to both sides at the same time, which I personally feel is kind of silly. Like, I mean, I know I can do a big stretch at once, but why can't I just put it on both sides at once? Seems a bit odd. Mainly, I'm wanting to get rid of parking along here. I just don't think that you would have parking on a main thoroughfare like this. Same down this way. I just don't think there would be the parking. I think that would be down on the side streets, and we are going to leave it like I'll leave it here. That's fine. They can park there. But here on our collectors, no thank you. I do not want the parking. Oh my god, look at how many cars have all moved to park there. That's kind of funny. And then I feel like we're going to need to do the same thing down here. But of course, we can only do it on one side here, because the other side is already dedicated to being a key wall. But that's all right. We're not going to put trees on this one, I don't think. But I am going to run the grass all the way down until the key stops. And we may as well bring it all the way around to here as well. There we go. Don't really need it up to there. There's not going to be a whole lot of development happening up there. But now I want trees on here, in addition to the grass. I'm going to be brave and see if I can't just do that. I have no idea what side I just put them on, though. There we go. And then if I bring this up and then pop back down here so I can see what side they're on. Beautiful. That worked quite well. And then I want to do trees here so I can see this one a little bit better. And trees there. And those will grow over time and look better. So I'm not too terribly worried about it. Yeah, I think that just looks better without having all the cars parked alongside the road. Again, I'm fine with it here. Maybe not so much along this street. But where else are they going to park other than, the driveways and things that are there? We could throw in some parking by the high school and maybe offset some of that. But I don't know that it's really all that necessary, honestly. Like, can I see this without that? I have snapping turned off is my problem. So like we could do one there, or we could bring it off here, or I could bring off, because we know it fits like that, so I could get away with like bringing just like an alley in off of this alley. I almost said a street, but it's not a street, it's an alley. So bring this back to 0. Bring this straight back like that, and then accidentally hit escape and lose all my menus. And then this should fit. No? Fits there. There it goes. And get just a couple parking lots in like that. I don't know that it's going to fix our parking out here. The only way we could do that would be to add the grass to the side. It already has lights, so yeah. And hopefully that will get them to go in to the parking lot. Why? Oh, because there's bus stops there. Okay. Fair. So we can't put trees there at all. So we'll just make that look a little bit better, and then hopefully we'll see some more of the parking happening up here. Whoops. That was a screechy noise. That's just a 2-lane road. Looks really wide. Maybe it's because I've got the alleys as comparison. I like using the alleys for residential. I think it just works. So, speaking of, let's come back to what we were doing and put in a grid here. So 104 is basically one block. So let's go 208 and then bring that right up to the edge, but not all the way on it. And I don't know that we're going to get a full 2-way out of all of these, but we also want a couple connections. Actually, that's working out pretty doggone good. Look at that. Okay, so that works. And then here we just want to come out the one, bring that all the way across to probably about there. So let's see where this is going to end. This section is going to end here. All right. They're excited that I'm building roads. Listen to the bling, bling, bling. And for some reason, that's not making a connection. Oh, yeah, it did. Okay. It just didn't look like it was making a connection. This is where I wish we had the zoning tool that we had in Cities Skylines 1. Be nice to be able to turn the zoning off on this side of the road and have it focused on the other road. I mean, there is a way to do that with the paths, but it'd just be nice if that was just there, just automatically. I think I would like snap to grid on so that I know I'm in the right grid point here. There we go. And it's a little broken in a couple places, but nothing that I don't feel is unforgivable, except for maybe that section right there that it just did. But I also noticed, I don't think I went quite straight on that one. So let's try that one again. And it may even be this one that was off. So we'll just back that all the way off. Bring that down our 104 and then bring this down all the way to right there. That is at a 90 over on the left. And then bring that up. And that is definitely not straight. I mean, like, I can look at that and see it's not straight, but I swear it said it was 90 degrees. So one more try. Bring this down to 104. Bring this over at a 90. Yeah, it definitely says 90 down at the other end. But I think it's my grid now that is messing me up. So what I'm going to do is bring this down a little bit farther than it needs to be, and we'll just make an intersection there. That did the trick. Okay, cool. So then let's get connections in through here. I think as much as I don't really want a whole lot of connections out to this collector, we're going to need a couple. Just turn everything on because I want to see where that lane is. That's about the best it's going to let me have, so I'll take it. And leave. Whoops. Let's get rid of everything except 90s and existing geometry for the rest of this, because we're just going to be running roads straight down. Just like that. Yeah, that'll be fine. This works perfectly. So that gets that side filled in. And then we'll do kind of the same thing here. Just run this right up to the edge. And in this section, I'm kind of thinking this might not be a bad spot for the university. I know it's away from our density, but man, we've got buses to bring stuff over here. And we do have demand now. We've got 700 people. In fact, we're going to need that elementary school soon. Very soon. So we'll probably tuck one in up over here somewhere. Matter of fact, we might use some of this wooded area to do that. But the question is, can we afford the university? I mean, it's $200,000 a month upkeep. And yeah, that would definitely put us into a deficit. But our education has been making some money. So it's just kind of a toss-up here. Will we get enough students that the fees from that will take care of it? I don't know, but we're going to give it a shot. And actually, the more I think about it, the more I think that the university would be better off down here. Oh, there's another 4-lane road we need to get rid of parking on, but we'll deal with that in a minute. So again, let's turn off our guidelines, sides, buildings, and that. Just bring this right up here to where that stops being flat. That's the curved road tool. Try that again. Why? So let's start to the side of the intersection and bring that out. There's the problem is there's a couple different 180s here. I mean, I can move quite a bit, and apparently that was the right 180. So Whatever. How big is this place? Oh, it's not as big as I thought it was going to be. So I want this to kind of be like down here in this corner, but like here. So I'm going to bring a road that comes in right there. And again, we're going to go to the trusty alleyway because why wouldn't we? And here I do need my zone grid. I'm going to bring that in like that. And then I'm going to bring this road in to connect, I think. Yeah, that'll be fine. That worked out well. And then we will plop this dude right here. But I want to leave some space to the side. Actually, no. I want to go ahead and just put it right there. And then we'll look at what the add-on buildings are. So they're back there or to the side, on the campus itself, and then back into the side. This is a park that does a lot of outdoor recreation, but it's $40,000 a month. And as it is, we can't really afford this place. So let's just kind of get an idea of how big of a space we need to leave. So again, for that just goes over the little park area. This needs a space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 basically tiles. And that then needs probably, so what was that, 11, 12, 13. So that needs to come out if we're going to leave space on that end for that. Actually, I think we won't. Let's, does that look like that's curving? I swear it looked like that was curving. Oh, it's going up a really steep freaking hill. Okay, oops. Let's go back into this and look at our terrain. There we go. I want this to come out to there, and then now we can see where this would sit. So that would sit right there with 5 tiles left at its end. Okay, so we will leave that space for that, and then we're going to run this straight back. Maybe not. I'm going to try that again. So that's the 5th one there. Yeah, it's just going to break. This is going to be one of those that I have to tear it down and rebuild the whole thing again. Probably. Let's see if we can't get a better 90 coming in off of this then. Run that straight through there. Yeah, so it's definitely not lined up somewhere over here. This is frustrating. Very, very frustrating. So I'm going to get rid of all of these roads entirely and replace them. Starting here. And then going right up the side of this. And then we're going to run this all the way to that one. So for that, I do want my guideline and bring that straight over. So this is all nice and straight now. So once again, we're going to need to, let's turn our guidelines back off. We need to bring that out, but I think I want my cell length this time, just to kind of help us. And then let's see once again where this building's edge is. So it is with 6, yeah, 6, no 7. Sorry, I can count. So basically, on that 7th one, we want to run this back. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th one right there. Run that straight back and hope, there we go, that the grid holds up. And it did. Now, I'm not sure if I bring this back across, if that's going to leave enough room for that park. I don't think it is. No. By a long shot, it's not enough. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles. It's a little too much. It's okay. We can deal with that. We will bring this back. Those 6 tiles. It's kind of hard to see what you're doing. So each tile is what? How many meters? 8. So we want to go 48. And then across. I believe that's right. And then that should now have enough space for that back there. Yeah. Cool. So we put that anywhere back there we want. And when we're ready to add the library, we can add it over here easily. Like we could even put that like back here in the park back here. We can put it all back there if we really wanted to. But the important thing is we now have the facility to meet this demand. Wow, we had way more eligible than that. Just a minute ago, we had 700 and something. We placed it, and now we only have 297. The people who needed that education just instantly become educated because we placed it, or what happened there? It's a little odd, if you ask me. Not even going to pretend it's not. However, despite the fact this place costs 200 grand a month, we are making money. So, and education is operating at a loss. So how does that work exactly? How are we making money and where? No clue. No idea. Anyway, back to what I said we were going to be building a long time ago and then keep getting distracted from. So here I would like to see, is it possible to parallel road like this? Like, so I wish I could trace this road and have it make a connection out there. That would just be kind of cool. However, looks like that's not a thing I could do, so that's all right. So we're going to turn that back off. And we're going to come here and just kind of freehand it. So our straight line ends here. That is the end of straight. I'm going to run that all the way down to there. And that's curve tool. I'm going to run this all the way down to here. Like that. That is not going straight, is it? Not by a long shot. Okay. Why not? I don't know. Maybe we don't worry about it. Maybe we just keep bringing this grid over. I think that's a good plan. So it was what, 208 earlier? Yeah, it was 208. And then we can bring this up and then make a connection up here. My grid's getting all kinds of broken down here. And it really frustrates me. And I've had somebody say, well, what's the big deal? And the big deal is it leaves weird, ugly gaps in between the buildings, and things just look really strange. Yeah, see, it's off somewhere, and I don't know where. My theory is here, since this is where that broke down. So let's redo this one more time. And see if we can't get this to come out a little bit better. If we just come out straight like that. Let's turn off zoning grid and just go out perfectly straight here. And then do the same thing here. And the same thing here. Lovely jubbly. And then the same thing. Actually, I don't want to do the same thing there because I eventually need to know where my street needs to come down, so do that. And then we can make a connection up into there if we want to. We've already got a lot of connections into this local road, so you know what? One more can't hurt, can it? So let's go with a bit of a straight stub right here. And then curve that in. I'm not getting, no, my guideline's turned off, that's why. I'll say I'm not getting a guideline. And that's a good reason to not get a guideline, because they're not on. Cool. And then down here in this area, well, we'll figure out something to put down here. I don't know what just yet, but we'll figure it out. It is a very odd space. And then just bring this straight down. Oh. I keep doing that. I keep forgetting to change to the straight road tool. There we go. Cool. We definitely know we need elementary. I mean, we've only got 111 capacity. I could add to the 2 that we have. So let's see, 25,000 a month for 1,000 students, or we could add 500 for 10,000, And I can't do the math in my head, so I'm going to get my calculator. Wow, is that really true? The extension is that much more economical? Did I do that math wrong? 10,000 divided by 500. Yeah, that's okay. So that we're definitely going to just add capacity to the two that we already have. That makes far more sense to do, in my opinion. Just looking at the economics of it. Cool. We could add the health care facilities for both of these, and I think we will. Let's bring that one in right there. And then on this one, maybe we won't be able to, though. Yeah, because the playground's in the way. It would have to go to this side, which would take out a bunch of buildings. So that one's not going to have one, but that's okay. Cool. So let's meet a lot of our demand. Just want to double check my noise pollution here, and yeah, there's essentially no noise pollution here at all. No regular pollution, no air pollution. Though down here we are getting into some air pollution. Ooh. Okay. We're going to want to be cognizant of that and not pollute our citizens. So we might just leave a bit blank until we get industry out of here. But for the most part, it looks like we should be okay. There's a little bit of light pollution right in through here, but I think it'll be all right. I guess that was autosave that just popped up. Who knows? So let's just go big right here in all of these. I would like a little bit of commercial in just a few areas out here. Like I'm thinking maybe leading up to the neighborhood here, that would be a good idea. So a little bit of commercial there, and then maybe as you enter the neighborhood, though, this is where I'm going to start getting worried about the pollution. I don't know how it impacts commercial. Like at all. So that's cool. And then the rest of this is all going to be a low density as well. And I'll go ahead and put it in here, but then I want to double check where that pollution is. So we'll add that and then double check our wind pollution. A little hard to see with the zoning open, so yeah, it's borderline right back there, but I think we'll be okay. So we know that our demand is just going to like instantly rebound. Though maybe not, because we've got really high unemployment right now. But I am still going to let this all fill in before we do anything else. So I do want to extend this down to here just so the people who live here can work here easily. But right now, our border on this is just a little bit in the way. So I'm going to bring that one to a 90, and then we're going to come over. Oh my gosh, I have the hiccups. We're going to come over to this one. That actually might be okay. Let's see if we can't get the road in without adjusting. No, it's overlapping. Which one is it overlapping? It's still overlapping the quarry. Okay. Interesting. Not what I expected. So what we'll do is we'll bump this back just a skosh and then put that at a 90 to it. And now we should be able to get this road in here. Well, it's still overlapping with this industry. So again, we'll just pull it back for now. And pull that back for now. And then we'll reestablish those. What is... Oh, another one of these things. What are these? Oh, that's the one I moved earlier. It's not another one. It's the same one. Cool. There's that down to there. And then we're going to bring just a little, I'm going to back that off just a bit. We're going to bring a road in. So let's bring this right up to the edge here. And then that's going to make a curve there. So let's go like here and then grab our curve tool and make a lovely curve there. Awesome. And now I want to reestablish these. And you know what? I'm just going to put this thing over there. There we go. Let's get these boundaries reestablished right to the road here. No, I can't. I thought I could just click between the two. It seemed like I was able to do that before. And then that goes there, and that can go right there. Awesome. Cool. I like it. What I don't like is the unemployment. So we definitely need to deal with that. And then we're going to deal with that with offices. But man, I'm kind of torn as with where we're going to put them. And I think where we're going to put some of them is where I said earlier we weren't going to build. We're going to now build. I know that sentence didn't make a whole lot of sense. Trust me, in my head, it worked fine. And maybe that's the problem. So this doesn't want to... There we go. So we're going to bring this just straight across here. And I'm still in the curve tool. Broke things there a little bit. Big sad. And then we're going to connect there. And then that's probably it. We could do a little bit here in this corner, but I don't think we really need to. And we're going to do offices right here. Just this whole shebang is going to be offices, which should eliminate most of that demand. Hopefully, we'll also rectify some of the unemployment. No, it's actually not soaking up the demand as quick as I thought it was going to. Let's speed up time and get some stuff built and then see what we have. Hey, cool. We've got another signature building that looks like it's an office building. I like that the signature buildings actually function. Oh, wow. Look at that. That does well-being and then citywide graduation. Oh, I dig that. Let's go ahead and plop this feller down. Let's get it right in. Let's go kind of central down here. Since it's within 500 kilometers, we can get a really good area effect out of this. Let's just take up this whole corner. I like that. And then D-zone where it's sitting. Missed one right there. Cool. That's a good looking building too. It really is. I like it a lot. I like also that it's off to the side street, even though this is still a collector. I like that it's kind of facing out that way. It works for me. So cool. We are actually making money. We're actually making decent money. I mean, it's not bank, but it's money. And our demand is popping back. I'm really tempted to go ahead and, despite the fact that we know there's pollution here, zone it anyway. Oh crap, I forgot that you can't go over an existing building. There you go. You're fine. And I'm just curious if this is going to make these people sick or not. So we're going to find out. So that should take care of all of our low density demand. That was low density I just used, yeah? Yeah. I'm not really sure why... they look so weird. I don't understand why we have cranes on low density buildings. I also don't understand why it didn't take care of all of our demand. But let's let this go for a second, get these filled in, and get a handle where our unemployment is. It looks like it's definitely trending downwards, though. So that's all built in, and we still have a massive amount of demand. I'm kind of curious. Ooh. How many points is that going to cost me to get those large sports parks, and how large are they? I don't know, because I've never tried unlocking them. It's 4, and I've got 15 points. I'm going to risk it. Oh, gosh, tourist attractions? Ooh. How big are these? They're not all that huge. So we could maybe do, like, a nice community sports park area right here, and bring in a road off of this and then connect it around back. I like that idea. Let's do it. So we're going to come in right here to right about there for now. And then we're going to go back into our parks, and I'd like this to sit about here. So I'm going to need to run a little road, a little stub road that's just 2 off of that, which might create some problems, but hopefully not. So I think this will get it right here. I think that'll leave me room for that. Yeah, it does. Cool. So we're going to put our football field there. I did not even take a look to see if what they cost or anything. They're all pretty expensive, but man, this is going to really make this area really nice. So I'd like to set this one back a little further. So let's bring the road on through to right about there. And then we're just going to 90 out of here and have it just a pretty straight segment right here. It doesn't really want to. Okay, that's fine. We'll 90 out of this, and then we'll do the world's tiniest curve right there. Ooh, except no. Just no. That looked terrible. So let's try that again. Let's bring this out and then curve from about here. Maybe not. It's not giving me a guideline. That'll work. All right, and then back to our parks. Get the soccer field. I want it to be about there-ish. And then the pool, I think I'm okay with it being like back off in over here. I think that's fine. Just off of that road. And then maybe some parking, but for now, what are you complaining about? Not enough electricity. Oh, are we out of power? Or do we have a bottleneck? We have a bottleneck. Okay, that's not the end of the world. We can deal with a bottleneck. So we don't have enough power coming in through there. So these single lines aren't cutting it, and these do go underground. So what we could do is potentially do something really stupid, but I'm here for it. So a high voltage substation, which we can put anywhere we like. Yeah. Is that our only power connection on this right now? Is right there, or are there more right here? I don't know the answer to that question. So it looks like that was the only one. Okay, yeah, we don't snap anywhere else. Okay, so be it. We will put another one in, like, right back here. And then we will connect a power line. We're going to go, like, to here, and then we're going to go underground. And we're going to run way over there. Realistic? No. No, it's not. Oh, we gotta go over this way, though, because of where the boundaries of our town are. And then we're gonna bring this all the way over here by industry. So we're gonna go back up above ground. We're gonna plop that right there for now, and then we're gonna put in another transformer station right there. And we're just gonna connect that up, and that should have eliminated that bottleneck, yeah? Yep. So we have plenty of power. Like, we're making enough. It's just too much of it was trying to flow in at the same spot. That's my first bottleneck I've ever had. And it only took 15,000 people. I'm surprised with the fact we put in this really expensive university and, like, how much do these cost to run? 30, so 60, so $76,000 a month, that we are still making money. That makes me quite happy. Our landscaping's costing us a whopping $89. Parks and Recreation, there are no fees for that. Transportation's bringing in some cash, and education's bringing in quite a bit of cash, actually. So operating at a surplus, I'm quite happy with. I'm also really happy with this little neighborhood. Obviously, we need to do some detailing, but I think we've gone long enough in this video. Maybe the next video we'll pick it up and do just detailing, but it's looking pretty good. Still dealing with the frustration of how the grid actually tries to work, and the weird gaps that winds up leaving. Like, we've got this big, huge gap here. I may just wind up running a path back there just to fill it in, because it looks like a path will fit, except that's really high in the air. Oh man, what are we doing up in the air? Let's see if I can fit this now that it's on the ground. Yeah, see, maybe not. No, it'll go. It'll work. So we'll just run an alley across the alleys. Why not? And that'll lead everybody right down to that park, even though they could have just walked down the street to do it. Cool. So we're going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you did, hit the like button. If you know of something that I have done incorrectly or a problem that I encountered that there is a solution to, feel free to leave that in the comments down below. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.